Included. And so, good to see everyone here this morning and everyone online. I always forget to acknowledge people who do watch online. And Art is passing out these little cards to remind people to check out the website, to the YouTube, Facebook. I think there was something else, but it's on here. And for those who missed service, and I know we have several that are ill this morning, they get to watch on YouTube, and it pops up right after the service. It's really fast. So it's real cool. So welcome to those of you who are online too. And today is Soup for the Soul. It says that in your announcements. And for those of you who are here for the first time, once a month we have soup, and I think there's breads and desserts and that type of thing as a fundraiser. And we have bought a number of things with this wonderful soup program. Right now we're trying to fix the handles on the doors. And so surprisingly, those are very expensive. But please come down afterwards and have soup. Everyone who's here, come down and have soup together, and it's just $3 or whatever you want to put in. So, all right, there's a couple other things that I really want to emphasize. There's a workshop coming up. It's in your bulletin, so you can take it home, November 24th. Sign-up sheet for everything is out here in our beautiful library. And this is Serenity During the Holidays. And I don't know if anybody needs serenity during the holidays, but if you do, I used to always get sick after Christmas. You know, all the things that you do, I don't do that anymore. But that's because I don't have little kids anymore to wrap packages for. But anyway, serenity, you know, as Cheryl said, we have the issues that come up, we have triggers, we have joy. But the workshop is November 24th in the afternoon and after church, so you can come to church, get something to eat, and go to the workshop. And Thanksgiving dinner, which is always really fun here and has a really good turnout. And Reverend Moore is hosting it this year, which he's cooking the turkey. So, yeah. And so anyone who would like to come up, there's a sign-up sheet, and I guess that's just to make sure that there's enough for everything. Yeah, but if it's a big turkey more, you won't have to worry.
I'm taking 20 pounds.
Okay, that'll probably do. Yes.
Leftovers.
At Winco, if you spend $125, you can get a free turkey.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So, yeah, there's a sign-up sheet for that in the library, and the information is here. And all the other announcements, I believe, are in your bulletin. One thing we did want to mention, there's there may be one in front of you to put a donation in when the offertory goes around. If you put your name on that, if you want the bookkeeper to keep track for at the end of the year or at the beginning of the next year, letters go out for the IRS. So if you want to claim your donations as a tax write-off. So we often get in money in those little envelopes, but there's no name. And maybe that's the way you want it, and that's okay too. But if you would like to make sure that you get credited for that, just put your name on it. Okay, I guess that is it for announcements. Now for the good stuff. So are we going to stand and sing? Jeff and Roberta. Rebecca. I had a practitioner at my church named Roberta. And I tell Maura, I said, she just looked like Rebecca, and I'm forever calling her Roberta, so forgive me, it won't be the last time, Rebecca. And
As long as you don't call me a bad word, I don't.
No. So, Rebecca and Jeff, we're so glad to have you here for our music this morning, and let's just stand and sing together.
I'm going to sing a little piece called Good and More Good. I don't know how many of you have read the Living the Science of Mind book. It's a bunch of little essays by Ernest Holmes. Great little book. And one of his things in there is good and more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. There is no limit to the good that is mine. So here we go. Good and more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. Limitless good is mine today and every day. And joy and more joy is mine. An ever-increasing joy is mine. Limitless joy is yours and mine today and every day. I might have done that different than what Cheryl had written down, so you'll have to just bear with me. Let's do it again. Good and more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. Limitless good is mine today and every day. And do you have good or joy there? Is it- Oh, did she? See, I didn't see how she chose to write it out. Yes, okay. Well, you know what? We're just going to sing it, thank you, and do what we can with it. And let's go to the chorus. There is no limit. There is no limit to the good that can be found. It flows from an infinite source that has no limits or bounds. And love and more love is mine. An ever-increasing love is mine. Limitless love is mine today and every day. And love and more love is mine. An ever-increasing love is mine. Love and more love is yours and mine today and every day. And peace, peace, and more peace is mine. An ever-increasing peace is mine. More peace and more peace is mine today and every day. And peace and more peace is mine. An ever-increasing peace is mine. Limitless peace is mine today and every day. Second chorus. And anyone can claim this good. It doesn't care where it flows, only that we insist it is ours and feel some gratitude before it shows. Oh, feel some gratitude before it shows. For we know good and more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. Limitless good is mine today and every day. And good and more good is mine. An ever-increasing good is mine. Limitless good is yours and mine today and every day. One last tag. Good and more good is yours and mine today and every day. Good job, new song. Hold on, we got one more for you. This is a Jeff song. I sing for peace.
In my soul, I sing for peace in my soul.
I sing for peace.
I sing for peace in my soul.
I sing for peace in my soul. Oh, I sing for peace
In my family,
I sing for peace in my family. I sing for
I sing for
peace.
peace in my family.
I sing for peace
with my neighbors.
I sing for peace with my neighbors. I sing for peace with my neighbors. I sing for peace with my neighbors.
Oh, I sing for peace on my planet.
I sing for peace on my planet. I sing for peace.
I sing for peace on my planet.
Oh, let's sing for peace.
I sing for peace on my planet.
I'm singing for peace.
I sing for peace on my planet. One more time.
I sing for peace on my planet. I sing for peace.
I sing for peace on my planet.
Let's sing for peace.
I sing for peace on my planet.
Oh, for peace. I sing for peace. Oh, life is good. Singing for peace. Oh, life is good. Singing for peace. I sing for peace. Planet. I sing for peace. I sing for peace.
Nice job.
Peace. Peace exists in the center of my soul, as does the goodness of the infinite, which has created me and created you and created everyone in its own image and likeness. A likeness of strength, a likeness of power, a likeness of joy. The very joy of the Spirit dances in the stars and plays in our hearts and appears in our children. Simply to be aware of this peace and the goodness and the joy and the energy is a blessing beyond counting. For as I center myself, I make my world appear much more peaceful. I can begin to appreciate the goodness that I have and the goodness that I am. I know that each person here, every person on the planet, has the opportunity to become centered in goodness and peace and joy and life and enjoy the loving presence of others in their lives. There is no need for hatred. There's no need for division or separation. No need for war or famine. No need for any of these things that appear out of the stinginess of the hearts of people who will not love. I am not one of those. No. My heart expands to the all-good, expands to the all-powerful, to the all-intelligent one, the Spirit, that which lives in me, which lives through me, and lives as me. For this I give thanks, and I let this word permeate my life and reverberate into the universe, whose law of good simply proclaims, yes. And let us say together, and so it is. If you look in your program, you'll see the words group affirmation. Let us say together, through the power of my prayer, I can bring divine right action to the surface of my mind, and I make it a reality, and so it is. Yes. We will now have a reading from Sonia Riversong.
My name is Satya. I'm not Roberta or Sonia.
Are you Rebecca?
No, but I grew up with one. We called her Becky. I know. We're all doing our senior moment thing, and I'm spilling papers. Here we go. Down to the core of the matter, Abundance 101. This is basically SOM 1, Science of Mind 101. Eckhart Tolle says, "You are not separate from the whole. You are one with the sun, the earth, the air. You don't have a life. You are life." As Ernest Holmes says in the Philosophy of Ernest Holmes, we say we are one with God and one in God. This is a mistake. We are one of whatever the nature of God is. Whatever it is one. Okay. The creation of the universe contained within it everything necessary at that instant, and the potential for everything that would be necessary for its continued existence and evolution. Nothing was missing. As expressions of that universe, you and I are made of the same stuff, that which was present at the instant of creation, that which has come from potential into form during the life of the universe thus far. We also have access to the unlimited potential that has not yet been actualized. Our future is bound in the future of the universe. This rich birthright is available to everyone, is part of everyone, but we must discover it for ourselves. We must find our way, discovering ourselves and our divine natures as we go. Some, it seems, are born into situations where this discovery is highly unlikely, while others, such as you, dear friends, have come into possession of the great truth of self-discovery. Our teaching, Science of Mind, is one source of this truth, built from the wisdom of the ages and expanded through a modern understanding of psychology. Our great gift is that we have this teaching available. To bring these principles of life, to bring these principles to life, we must keep studying the teaching and practicing its principles in our own lives. Bonus affirmation. I know I am one with the richness of spirit at all times. I accept this as the essential relationship in my life and receive its blessings. Namaste.
I am thankful, so grateful for the love within me. Oh, I am thankful, so grateful for the love we all can be. Oh, I am thankful, so grateful for the beauty that I see. Yes, I am thankful, so grateful for the joy that seeing brings. And I can see the light, I can feel the love reaching out from the stillness, and I hear the song of the universe, and I find bliss when I listen. Om Shanti 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 Om. Om Shanti 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 Om. I am thankful, so grateful for the freedom within me. Oh, I am thankful, so grateful for the choices that I see. And I am thankful, oh so grateful for the wisdom guiding me. And I am thankful, oh so grateful for the answers that I see. And I can see the light, and I can feel the love reaching out from the stillness, and I hear the song of our universe and find bliss when I listen. Om Shanti 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 Om. Om Shanti 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 Om. Om Shanti 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 Om. Om Shanti 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 Om.
Thank you, Rebecca and Jeff. And so I just want to welcome our speaker this morning, Cheryl Ostrander. She's a practitioner here at Woodland Chapel. And in addition to all her work as a practitioner and making sure that we get fed on Tuesdays, particularly Tuesdays, and helping out with hospitality, she is also an awesome speaker with a wonderful background in leading all sorts of workshops and speakings and groups and everything. And I always love when she is willing to speak here because she just keeps me mesmerized. So welcome, Cheryl.
I have to get on my little perch. Thank you for that introduction. If you don't know me, my name is Lisa. Oh, wait a minute. That's Lisa right back there. That's Lisa. Yeah. I was hoping I'd get to hear her laugh. She has a great laugh. Okay, I had to get settled on my little perch. Okay. Well, I hope I can live up to that introduction. When people say, I can't wait to hear what you're going to say, I say, me too. And good morning. I'm delighted to be here this morning. I'm delighted to see your smiling faces. I want to thank you in advance for listening. I like it when people listen to me. I know I'm among friends, and that inspires me, and that warms my heart and fills me and blesses me. So, with that, I'll begin to tell you that I'm sure most of you have heard a lot of what I'm going to say. These are messages that are kind of universal to our philosophy. Many of you have been here a long time, studied a lot, more than I'm sure, many of you. So with that disclaimer, I don't know why we just don't go down and eat soup, maybe, just go right to the snacks. Because it has been my experience that hearing some simple truths presented in different ways by different people, when my heart is fully open, just a little bit wider, fully open, sometimes that's a reason to stick around and hear the old stuff a new way. In a different context, maybe. On a day when you're just searching for something and you don't know what it is yet. This philosophy has motivated me to go beyond my personal beliefs that I had as a child and have a manner of living that has lifted me up. So I invite you to open your hearts just a little bit. Now this month, Reverend Moore described treating yourself to happiness and wealth. And Reverend Don Kerr shared about treating yourself to love. And they gave valuable tools. If you missed it, you can probably catch it online. Our messages this month come from a book called Treat Yourself. I have a book here. I had a book here. Anyway, I have a book. It's Treat Yourself to Life by Raymond Charles Barker. And of course, treating yourself, if you aren't really familiar with that term, that refers to prayer. Prayer lifts your life and opens your life. So since the topic today is success, maybe we should start by looking at a definition. I like to start with a definition. Am I a success? Am I a success because I've been married to my trophy husband for 25 years? Maybe I'll hear about this later. I don't know. Is my success based on my career? Or am I a failure because I did not reach my dream of becoming a cowboy? But I was only 8. I'm not really sure what I would have done as a cowboy. I know Reverend Julie has a horse, 1 horse, 2 horses. And I don't know what a cowboy really does. Do they pay them to go, yeah, giddy up? I think I chose a better career path, actually, because I did stuff they were willing to pay me for. I have to admit, when I saw this topic, I thought, oh no, a formula. And I don't like formulas. If I do this, that'll happen. If I do that, I'll get this. I'm not really fond of that sort of a method. I don't like to promise people what they'll get. I just like to tell people that these are the opportunities for them. I like to tell people what has happened for me as a result of things I've done. But I don't like to do that because I think each of us has a path, and we arrive at our destination in different ways. And I fully support whatever path you're on in your prayers. So I was skeptical about it, and I read Barker's examples of folks seeking guidance from him, and after prayer treatments and having the courage, and these are his words, having the courage, the courage to make drastic changes in their thinking, he gave them a different approach to their daily lives, and he offered books. So he had this whole plan for them, and a lot of people were very happy with the results. Now, the example that I had for success, he talked about a woman living in a dreary town, in a dreary apartment, with a dreary job, with dull, dreary neighbors. But after following his plan, things changed for her. Everything changed for her. She soon had a new job with a better salary, in a new environment, in a large, vital city. She continued to thrive and moved forward into a much better job as time went on. So he asks, how did she do this? And maybe you're asking the same question, you know. How did she do this? Well, some of you already know, but he tells us that any person with courage who knows what he wants can change his life from failure and monotony to success and creative living, because we have the ability to bring success to the surface of our mind and make it factual. Now let's bookmark that phrase there, that sentence. I'll come back to it later. We in this philosophy believe that demonstrations are available to us, the same demonstrations I've described with this woman that sought solutions from Barker, and he wrote about them. And the other people that sought him in the other chapters in this book had similar results. These things are available to us. We touched on some of the whys people don't get those results in our workshop yesterday on gratitude. They're very similar to the reason why people don't see the same results in their prayer life or in their spiritual life. Some of us have a negative mindset, and we're convinced that the material world is the only reality. We're distracted. We compromise and accept patterns of living that we think are our own, and we have to follow through with them. We don't think we have a choice. Sometimes we're forgetful. Sometimes we lack mindful awareness. So let's go deeper to the subconscious. And we know lots is going on in the subconscious all the time, you know, and some of us don't like to approach or tinker with that subconscious because we're afraid if we have the wrong thought, we'll have the wrong result. Well, you know, that's one of those formulas gone awry. If you believe it won't happen, you'll be right. But I do believe that many of us who focus on and put energy into those positive results, they will manifest. They do manifest. And it takes us to our friend, law of cause and effect. We speak of this all the time around here, and sometimes we speak about it so much that we kind of fall asleep. Oh yeah, I've heard about that before, cause and effect. Yeah. You bet. Now, where's the coffee? I've seen it demonstrated by rejecting patterns of thought that no longer serve us as children of God. We are free to select. We're free to choose. We're free to focus in a new direction. If you recall the warnings Barker had about unguarded thought in your mind rather than selecting them, accept that sense of lack versus lack of abundance, it'll come true for you. When you focus on the need, you'll have more need, more not having. So having said all of that about material success, do y'all want to remember a song by Paul Simon, recorded by Simon and Garfunkel, called Richard Cory? You probably know that song. Anybody here doesn't know that song? Oh, well, I'm not going to sing it. I'm sorry. Well, I'd be sorry if I did sing it, actually. As the song goes, Richard Cory has all of the material things. He has all of the success that's on the material level. He has the ability to share that wealth, but he has a lot of material things in his life. He's well known, and his material success has an empty side to it. And again, I'm reminded of that I am a spiritual being having a human experience. Richard Cory had that hole in his gut that he could not fill. Thank you. I needed a little intro to what I was going to say next. He had that hole in his gut that he could not fill, and he eventually took his own life. Now, that's a sad story, but when I think about the material level of life, I'm more than that. You're more than that. And you are too out there, Art. With that in mind, I'd like to share something that Barker tells us. He says, I do not define success on the basis of money, on the basis of genius. Success is not based on grandiose achievement or applause from the public. The successful individual is creative in his experience and is at peace with him or herself while he is creative. If you are doing this, you are successful and the money you have is secondary. So let's go back to a statement that I read to you earlier from Barker. Each of you, have the ability to bring success to the surface of your mind and make it factual. Make it real. Make it a reality in your own life. There is not one size fits all plan, but there are some simple tools. I share most of these with you almost every time I speak to you, from the platform, in classes, because these things are really close to my heart. Maybe I'm a slow learner. I don't know. Maybe I need to say these things so I'll remember. Nourish your mind with all this stuff that is life-affirming. Books and music, walks in crunchy leaves. That's a particular favorite of mine. Projects that affirm your creative nature. Give yourself permission to maintain a daily spiritual contact. It's not always easy to do that. Things get in the way. I know they do. They get in my way. Find moments to become peaceful. Visualize times and places that have meaning. I shared some of mine with the group at the workshop yesterday, and of course it was a dog story. What else would it be but a dog story, you know? I have a lot of dog stories. Look for grace and kindness in your daily life. Celebrate the small. Now, I learned a saying some years back, and it's not a science of mind saying, but it's one that it's recently remembered and recognized as a habit, a pattern that I want to choose to dismiss. Choose it, to release it. And we'll call it stamp collecting. I can collect resentments. Ooh, I said it out loud. I can collect anger. Yikes. I can collect reasons not to practice my spiritual philosophy. I can collect them up and build a wall. Now, I like boundaries. any of you who've listened to me for any length of time, I talk about boundaries a lot because they're important to me. But they're not walls. Walls are things that I build to keep me away from you and you away from me. And that is something I choose not to do today. The next one is become more self-aware. As I become more aware of myself as a creative, productive person, ways and means and processes, those are Barker's words, are revealed to me. I become aware of solutions which were previously hidden. The universe welcomes the goodness I share and sends more goodness to me. Now, I've told this story before. I'm not sure if y'all have heard it, but I was, this is an abundance story, okay? So I'll just put that out there. I was a single mom in a dreary apartment in a dreary neighborhood, and I had a bathroom with a commode in the middle of it, so you couldn't open the door. Yeah. And I needed a new clutch for my car. And so my friend, whose mother-in-law happened to be a Science of Mind minister, recently made her transition. Wonderful lady. She was going to conduct a workshop. He was sponsoring this workshop, and he said, "This is an abundance workshop, and you should go to that." And I said to him, "Jim, I cannot afford to go to your abundance workshop." I'm glad you laughed because we both did. He said, "You're in luck. We have scholarships." He said, "This isn't about making money. This is about sharing the message." So I went to this workshop, and it was one of my first experiences with religious science, and my first one was a pencil that one of my friends that was in the philosophy gave me this pencil, and I said, "One source." So anyway, so I went to this workshop, and it was painful because it talked about things that I didn't want to talk about at all. I didn't want to talk about how I felt about money. Ick. But they had snacks, so that was cool. I still have that workbook. It had a dollar bill on the inside of the plastic cover. And I went home, and I thought, well, that was nice, and my friends were friendly, and, well, that's the end of that. But a seed was planted, and during that week, I remembered something that my son had told me about. He and his roommate had looked into a program in Ventura County called, it was affordable housing, but you had to make a certain amount to be in it, but you couldn't make more than a certain amount. And he said, you know, Mom, you ought to look into that. And so I did, and I thought, well, this is nice. Yeah, this is nice, but oh well, this won't happen. But I put my name on the waiting list for this complex where these units were, and 2 weeks later, my name was at the top of the list. And my boss had to sign some paperwork and yada, 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 you know how that goes. But the point is that just a little spark, a small thing, I opened my heart just a tiny little bit to go to that workshop. And it made a whole change in my life. And that was an introduction to what I do today, really. So, self-awareness. The universe welcomes the goodness I share and sends more goodness to me. I'm not the only one that can experience that. If you're here in this room or any place on the planet, that can happen for you. You don't have to be in this room. All paths lead to God. The next one I want to mention is take in joy and comfort in community. Like what we're doing here, what we're going to do downstairs. Soup for the soul. all I'll say about our workshop yesterday was that there was honest sharing, confidential sharing, listening, and laughter, and glitter glue. For some people, they said, what do I do with this stuff? But glitter glue is really cool. I don't have any with me, sorry. And a shameless plug for Cheryl's workshop, Other Cheryl. Next Sunday, Serenity during the holidays. It's another opportunity to go deeper and connect with like-minded people. The holidays can be joyful, they can be sad, they can be scary, angry, or all of those things at once, but getting together in community to talk about these things and what we do with those feelings. I applaud her for doing this. The next thing I want to mention is prayer. Look for the prayer behind your prayer. That's what I'll do if you ask me for prayer. I do nothing to make this happen if I pray for you or with you. I do nothing to change God. I do everything I can to change myself and offer you opportunities to change. Listen with your heart. Listen with your instincts. Listen with your inner voice. Did I mention prayer? We have prayer requests down there. They're lavender right now. Oh, she's got a yellow one. That must be an old one. I have more lavender ones, Michelle. Yeah. The lavender ones are the new ones, the new improved. Prayer. My prayers are not designed to change God, as I mentioned, but through my consciousness, I can change myself or allow myself to be changed. Do I believe that prayer works? Most days, I do. Some days my life is a banquet, other days it's a Happy Meal. My intention is always to maintain my spiritual connection, to maintain my connection with y'all. Author Neil Walsh speaks of unanswered prayers. No prayer is unanswered. A prayer is nothing more than a fervent statement of what is. Every prayer, every thought, every statement, every feeling is creative. Creative to the degree that it is fervently felt as truth. To that degree will it make manifest in your experience. So, having said all of that, I'll share one more tidbit from Raymond Charles Barker. The infinite does not know you are limited. That may be your perception, but the universe does not know that. The inner creative thing in you flows out through you to give itself through you. It finds open hands because all life responds to the individual who is receptive to God, or spirit, or higher power, or love, or Howard, whatever you call that entity. In closing, I'd like to say these words that come to us from American-born Tibetan Buddhist Pema Chodron. I don't know if you all are familiar with her work. I've read just a bit of it. To be fully alive, fully human, and completely aware is to be continually thrown out of the nest. And that means become vulnerable, take risks, climb out onto those skinny branches. I'm told that's where the best fruit is. To live fully is to be always in no man's land, to experience each moment as a completely new and fresh moment. To live is to be willing to die to old ideas, to separation, to fear, over and over again. Please know that the God in me blesses and honors the God in you. Thank you for listening today.
So, just one quick thing. If you ever see the pattern of a song, especially of mine, they're pretty simple, and you find a place to sing, and you figure it out, just feel free, because I love that. Okay. I've changed my thoughts. I won't give up. Now I found that love surrounds me. I've changed my thoughts. I'm more aware. And now I found that love surrounds me.
Love surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts. I choose my words.
I choose my words.
And now I found
And now I found
that love surrounds me.
love surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts. I speak my truth.
I seek my truth.
And now I found
And now I found
that love surrounds me.
love surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts. I do not judge.
I do not judge.
And now I found
And now I have found
that love surrounds me.
love surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts. I do not blame.
And now I found, now I found
That love surrounds me.
surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts. I have no guilt.
I have no guilt.
And now I found
And now I found
that love surrounds me.
love surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts. I love myself.
Love myself.
And now I found
Now I found
that love surrounds me.
love surrounds me.
I've changed my thoughts.
I've changed my thoughts.
I dream my dream.
I dream my dream.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Rebecca and Jeff. Wow. Sunday mornings are always those times that just fill me up. So thank you for being here, giving your time and talent for at least me, and I think everyone here. Thank you. So now is the time in our service where we all get to give back and share and participate. So I invite the ushers to come forward and invite Reverend Moore to come pray with us. And I would very much like to have a bulletin. So, ask and you shall receive. And I would invite you to come back next Sunday. We're finishing our series on Treat Yourself to Life, and I'll be speaking about Treat Yourself to Freedom. So, one of my favorites, freedom. Yeah, let it ring. So, let us share together our offertory affirmation. We do a lot of affirmations here because they are reminders. They're just reminders. And just like I keep calling Roberta, we need to be reminded. We need to be reminded of the truth because we can't we, Cheryl, get so caught up in the day-to-day living. And so let us pay attention to these words that we're going to say together. Divine love moving in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
And so it is.
It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Shine on. Shine on. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Shine on. Shine on. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Shine on. Shine on. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Shine on. Shine on.
Each of us shines through the light that lives in us, through the works that we do, for the help we provide others, for the goodness and joy that lead to a mind of success in this world and in our spiritual practices. Part of this giving is supporting the chapel, supporting the goodness of the work, and expressing the gladness of your heart. So let us know always that we shine with the light of love, and so it is.
All right. So let us stand and say together our prayer of protection as we go today and through the week and every day and every moment. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. So let's form our peace circle. And just know peace is possible.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
something going on December 7th somewhere in town. She'll be singing.
She's not doctoring anymore.
No,
is she?
no, it's been a while.
I think that would be an overwhelming job right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Always. You might.
What is it again?